Customized modules. For me, that differentiates from turnkey project is that we still deliver more or less a standard module at the end to our customer, but there's something specific about this module, which makes it not a standard module anyway. Often this starts with the customer having some sort of request for a non-standard feature. It could be that they want us to implement a protocol they used in earlier system for backward compatibility. It could be a specific use case which makes us prioritize and set up the module a bit different than we do when we want to cover. In our module, we try to make them generic. So that means that the standard modules do suit many different use cases. But in case if you want to say that, okay, now I only want this use case. Let's just take the use case of smart irrigation, for instance. You might want to see that in that case you have battery operated devices, so power consumption is important. But maybe it's not important that the devices can move around a lot, because in smart irrigation the devices are fixed, and also you might not have a smart irrigation system of 1,000 devices. So for that you want to make the module more targeted and optimized for that specific use case. It can also be custom hardware. We have customers who want to have specific hardware solutions or cover, for instance, different frequency ranges. We of course cover the standard ranges used in around the world, like 423, 868, 915, and 2.4 GHz. But there are also local bands which might just apply to 1 or 2 countries, which we don't offer as a standard feature. It could be also other things like adding a power amplifier to extend range and stuff like that, which you also get requests on doing. So all in all, there's a lot of different reasons why customer contact us. But we cannot work with all customers on any project because we don't have the bandwidth for that. So for us, it's important to differentiate between the different projects. And we have to look at what is the magnitude of change that the customer is requesting from us. Sometimes the customer wants something which we can fix in 2 hours. In that case, it's very easy for us to comply to that change, and we probably won't even, the customer won't have any need for that either, because it's not easy to implement. Sometimes we have to build a specific hardware, which is of course a much bigger project, and we can also have huge firmware projects doing something very specific for a customer, which so the magnitude of change is important. Here it's a bit digital in my graph, but of course it can also be somewhere in between. Also, we have to look at the customer size, the company and the project, and to see to look at the potential of this project, because we have a lot of startups coming to us wanting us to do some development, ideally for free, and of course a startup which haven't proven their business yet, it's hard to do something for free for them. So it's about it's a lot about believing in the customer project as well. So based on those 2 axes, I should say, we often end up in 4 different areas here. If it's a large change and a small customer, we probably won't offer anything. We'll say we can, of course, we have different design partners that we work with, which probably could help, which know our modules pretty well, but still it might be a no offer from our side. If it's a big project, like a big upper right, big project and a big customer, and a huge change for that customer, then obviously we have to design an NRE project and end up with a customer-specific module. If there are smaller changes, we can evaluate them by looking at the customer and looking at that actual change. Is this a change that many customers are requesting? Sorry, then we might just say that we want to. Now you're the fourth customer who asked for this, so we are now decided to put this into the next release of the standard product. So wait 3 months and you will have it for free. That is one possible solution. Other one is that now this is something one customer wants, and then you end up in the upper left corner, so that we can make it for a specific customer, but then later we can integrate it into a standard product. So this is a bit how we meet this, and this is our kind of flow chart. So we have to talk to the customers first, evaluate their request, and then basically decide what to offer. If it's a NRE, which is end of a customized product, or if you just do it in a standard product without any NRE, it all depends on the size of the change.